Can you guys see me? Hold on, let me see. Can you guys? All right, okay. Sorry, I was having issues earlier and I didn't know if everybody could see me. Okay, hi guys, welcome. It's really nice to be back for part 2 of our theater reading class. So we are reading a play called The Wager, and we have just read Act 1 and Act 2, Act 1 and Act 2. And in this class, we are going to continue reading our play and finish it all the way till the end of Act 4. Okay, so I can see there are a few students who were in the earlier class who are now waiting to join this class as well. We have David, we have Ahmad, and we have Hamid. Hey Hamid, it's unfortunate you can't join, but I'm glad to see that you're here in the chat. Okay. All right, so we have with us Oswaldo.
Oswaldo.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Is this your first time on Burbling?
Yes.
It is? That's really nice. Really nice to have you join us. Welcome.
Thanks.
Okay. And where are you from?
I'm from Mexico.
From Mexico. All right. And what's the reason that you're looking to improve your English?
I like the languages, and that's why I look for it.
Okay. All right. So you want to broaden your language horizon. That's awesome. All right. So right now I have Man, this is horrible. I don't know what's going on with like Burbling servers. I keep getting dropped. Oh, okay. Can everybody see me? Can everybody hear me? Yay.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So I got dropped for just a little bit, but when I came back, you all were here. That's great. Okay, so as I was saying, we are going to be continuing on from the earlier class. We were reading a play called The Wager. And for all those who are just joining us, I'm going to post the link in Burbling chat, as well as Google chat, because I know Burbling chat is not working for some people. So I'm going to post it in Burbling as well as Google chat. All right? Furkan, I saw you in the last class, and then you left, and now you're back. So what's up with that? And you're muted. I can't hear you. Okay, so let's begin. So we have a few students who were in the earlier class. We have David, we have Ahmad, we have Hazim. Hazim, nice to have you join us. Welcome.
Welcome, teacher.
Have you ever acted in a play, Hazim?
Just the second act.
Oh no! Have you ever?
Attend.
No. Have you ever acted in an actual play, like on a stage or in school or something?
No, never.
No? Okay. All right. So don't be afraid to act as much as you want in class today. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Okay. And then we also have Norbert, who joined us from a previous class. Furkan, have you ever been in a play?
Kind of.
Kind of. Do you want to explain to us? David was a zombie in England once, and Ahmad was leader of the savages in a play. So what kind of experience do you have?
Actually, I created some scripts and played with my brothers, so I played different kind of things.
So you're the director. So you're the director.
Yeah.
You're Quentin Tarantino. Does anybody know who Quentin Tarantino is? Just out of curiosity. Quentin Tarantino? Quentin Tarantino makes Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained, alright? So what Quentin Tarantino does is he usually acts in most of his movies as well. Yeah, so he has like a little role in all of his movies. So Furkan is our Quentin Tarantino. Perfect. Thanks, Furkan. Next we have Pedro. Hi, Pedro.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Just want to read a little bit.
That's awesome. Everybody's going to get an opportunity to read. We have only read half the play. We're going to read Acts 3 and 4 now. But do you have any experience acting, Pedro? Have you ever acted in a play before?
A long time ago, when I was a child, I just played a ship. So,
a ship?
Yeah, that was my main role. Yeah.
You're the ship. Were you a talking ship? I don't think
no,
so.
I didn't talk.
So it was a silent role. Silent
role. My favorite one. Yeah.
Pedro, today we're going to get you to talk. You're going to be expressing yourself, and you're going to be screaming and yelling and all sorts of fun things.
Okay,
right?
Perfect.
Perfect. Thanks, Pedro. And we also have Sandeep. Sandeep, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Sandeep. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine too. Is this your first time on Verbling?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
It's my first time.
That's awesome. Really nice to have you join us. And do you have any experience acting or with theater or play?
No.
No, not at all? Okay.
No,
So in today's class, we are actually reading a play. So hopefully you will get a little bit of experience after this. You'll be able to say, I've done a theater reading. All right. Okay. I hope so too. It'll be awesome. And welcome to Verbling. We actually have two new students today, guys. We have Sandeep and we have Osvaldo. Pedro, you've been on Verbling before, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a teacher here, in fact.
Oh my God! Yes, you are. You're the Spanish teacher.
Yeah, I'm a Spanish teacher. Yeah.
Oh, so come on, Pedro. You gotta turn your camera on. Hello.
No, I'm shy. When I am a student, I'm shy.
Okay.
Sorry. I think the teacher is gone.
Pedro.
No, I'm right here. Sorry. My connection is a little choppy. I'm right here. Okay. All right. Perfect. So Pedro is a teacher, and he is going to be acting out with us. Perfect. And we have 10. Can you hear me? 10.
Hello,
yeah, the connection is breaking up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hopefully it's better now. Okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead, 10. Let me turn the Verbling window. Let me close the Verbling window. Okay. Go ahead. Hi, 10. What's up?
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you? Have you ever honed your acting skills before? Have you ever acted before, 10?
But why I'm singing though? Musical theater, but not like saying, but singing and acting.
Okay. So you've been in like a musical production, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does everybody know what a musical production is?
Yes.
Yeah? Production. Okay, so Tan has been in a musical production, so that's awesome. So we have a couple of theatrical people with us. So that's great. So I just wanted to get a little bit of introduction down once, for all the new students who joined. So let's take it away. We are actually reading a play, and we have read the first 2 acts. I have attached the link to the play in the Verbling chat for all those who have just joined us. And I would love it if somebody would like to give us a summary of what has happened in the 2 acts. So who would like to tell us what our story is about and bring all the new students up to speed? Up to speed? Everybody knows what up to speed means?
Yes.
Okay? Yeah, up to speed means put everybody on the same page, so to tell what the story is. So who would like to give us a summary of our play so far?
I can do. Okay. Can you hear me? I think we lost.
We can hear you, but
Yeah, we can hear you, but I
she
don't know if the
can't.
teacher can.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try to summarize the story if you want.
Yeah.
Anyone want to hear the
Yes, go
story?
on.
Okay. There is a little boy named John. He worked with his father for, let's say, not good, well-paid job, but he was really honest. And in one day, while he was doing his job or tasks, he found a wallet on the ground, and he didn't take the money or didn't take the wallet. He instead insisted to find the owner, the real owner of this wallet. In his meeting, decided to make a test for this boy if he is really honest or just faking it for that incident. So they make a kind of trick. They send him a message for a beautiful girl, and this girl will try to tempt him or make temptation for him, just to see if he is really honest or not. Yeah, we stop at this point. Is it correct?
Yes, I think.
No.
But Hina is frozen again.
Yeah. Right now we are in the Act 3. It's on the page 6 in the link. Yeah, we just stopped on Act 3. Right now we will start from Act 3, and every one of us, or maybe some of us, will take rules. Working with the lady, and the lady will come later. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. We can't hear
Sorry.
you.
Yeah, sorry. I was unmuting myself. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. There's like some sort of connectivity issues that I'm experiencing. Anyways, so did Imad summarize our story so far?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Yeah? Is everybody up to speed? Does everybody understand what's going on in the story?
Yeah.
Yeah? So we have a boy, John. We are testing his honesty. Okay? And we are going to test his honesty by tempting him with a girl. Okay? Basically is what is going on. Alright? So he is going to be put to a test. He is taking a horse that doesn't belong to him. He's taking it to the Lord of Nebigard's estate, and they're going to see if he gives into temptation and leaves the horse with the Lord's daughter, or he brings it back. Okay? So if everybody's comfortable and everybody's up to speed, then let's continue. I'm going to be adding roles to every class. Hopefully the roles will switch up, so you won't play the same role in both the acts. Okay? So let's see. we have in Act 3, we have a servant. Okay, let's see. Somebody who would like to get a smaller role. So Norbert, can I get you to play the servant in
Yes.
Act 3? So servant is Norbert. Then we have Maiden of Nebigard. Maiden of Nebigard. Any girls? 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 No girls? No girls? Furkan volunteered to be Maiden of Nebigard. Perfect. Furkan, thank you so much. You're awesome. Okay, so Furkan has Maiden of Nebigard is Furkan. Okay, only because he volunteered. He volunteered and I picked him. Okay, John. Who would like to be our valiant protagonist, John? Oswaldo. Oswaldo? You want to
Okay.
be John? Okay. John is our protagonist, so he's our hero. So you get to play the hero for Act 3. Okay? So we have Maiden, we have Servant, we have John. Who else do we have? I think those are the only three roles that we have. Okay, so those are the 3 roles that we have in Act 3. We have the Maiden, we have John, and we have the Servant. Okay, so the scene. So at the end of Act 3, John leaves to go to the Lord of Nebigard's estate with the horse. Okay, so we are at Act 3 now. The scene changes to the inside of the estate at Nebigard. Okay, the table and chairs are set up, and the Maiden of Nebigard is sitting at the table. A knock is heard off stage. Servant enters and speaks to Maiden. Now, what is a maiden? Maiden.
Girl who hasn't married yet.
Yeah, young unmarried woman, young and married girl. Okay, and what would be the older version of a maiden? A
Grandma.
lady, a lady, a lady. Okay, so for example, the Lord is married to a lady. Okay, Lord is married to a lady, and their children would be the girl would be a maiden. Okay, what would the boy be? Okay, he would probably be a prince. Okay, prince is not just for royalty. You can also use it for people who are higher up in status. Okay, so a maiden is a young unmarried girl. Our maiden is Furkan. Our servant is Norbert, and our protagonist John is Oswaldo. All right, Oswaldo, do you have the script with you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, perfect. So we are in Act 3, which is on page 6. So the scene is inside at the estate of Nebigard. We have the maiden, and the servant hears a knock and comes to the maiden to tell her what's going on. So take it away, servant.
My lady, there's a messenger here for you. He is from the estate of Ostagard, where your father is currently visiting.
Please, send him.
Yes, my lady.
Okay, so the servant exits and then enters with John. So now we have John and the maiden talking. Go ahead, John.
Hello, my lady. I have a message for you, for your father. He is a guest at the home of my master, the Lord of Ostergard.
Okay, so John hands the letter to the maiden. Okay.
Thank you. Let me take a look at it and see if I need to write my father a response.
Okay.
So
So she faces, yeah. So you guys don't have to read what's in the brackets, all right? So now the maiden faces the audience and pretends to read the letter. So now she knows what's going on.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
How odd! My father wants me to trick this nice young man into giving me his horse. He says it's important that I do so.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I bid you stay and rest for a while before you return.
No, I really shouldn't. I need to get back to my lord. He has many jobs for me to do.
But I can't let you leave without some sort of refreshment. It is a tradition in our house to take care of our visitors. I'm sure your master will understand.
Well, if you insist, a cold drink would be nice.
Please, get us both something to drink.
Yes, my lady.
So, how long have you been working for the Lord of Ostegard?
This is my only second day, but I have been working for a while to help my father.
Why would a young, intelligent man like you need to work?
My father and I don't have a lot of money. Ever since I was little, I have done whatever I could to help my father, but put on the other things we need.
Buy food. Buy. That word is buy food and other things we need.
Buy food.
Yeah.
You certainly are a hard worker and loyal to your father.
Well, the two of us try our best to take care of each other.
That's so nice. You know, it's already dark. Why don't you stay here tonight? It would be nice to talk and get to know each other better, don't you think? Did you come on horseback? It's too dangerous to return at night.
I suppose my master wouldn't want me to ride his favorite horse home in the dark.
Maiden?
Of course not. I will be sure you're up bright and early in the morning so you can get back without delay.
Perfect. We're actually going to stop here, and then we'll continue on with new students. Thank you so much, Furkan, for being our very lovely sounding maiden. Norbert is in love. Ooh, in love. Okay, so what has happened so far? Who would like to summarize for me? Someone other than Imad, because Imad summarized the rest of the play.
Do you want me to summarize?
I'll get somebody else other than Imad, because Imad summarized the rest of the play for you guys. So, Norbert, can you tell us what has happened so far?
No.
No? He's like, no, I can't tell you.
Sorry, I couldn't.
No, I just asked, can you summarize for us what has happened? So what have the Maiden and John decided to do?
I just know the end of this part.
Okay.
So John stayed with the maiden because sorry, I couldn't listen the first part of.
Oh, that's okay. All right. So basically, what has happened is that John has decided to stay the night at the maiden's estate. All right. So the maiden has tempted him. She's like, "Oh, you don't want to ride back. It's so dark. Why don't you stay here? You can, put your horse in the stable and get some rest." And John's like, "Yeah, you're right. I don't want to lose the best, the good horse that my Lord has given me." So what has happened is that John has decided to stay the night at the maiden's estate. Okay? Are there any words that you guys want me to cover? Like any vocabulary terms that you haven't heard before?
No.
No? Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward passage, I believe. All right. Okay. So our servant had exited, so he could get a drink of water for the maiden and John. So let's continue on from there. So let's switch up the roles a little bit. Pedro.
Yes.
Can I get you to play our lovely sounding maiden now?
Oh my God, I prefer the silent ship.
That's right. You are our lovely sounding maiden, and the Oscar has gone to Furkan, so you have to take it back from him. So can you do a better job at a maiden? Okay. So Pedro is going to be our maiden. Sandeep?
Yes.
Can I get you to play the servant?
Yes.
Okay. Sandeep is going to play our servant, and who else is new in this class? Tan. Do you want to play John? Oh, Sandeep, there's like a lot of noise coming from your microphone. If you just wanna, I don't know, if it's a car driving by or something. So Tan, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah? So you're going to play John. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's continue reading on from page 8. So the servant re-enters with 2 drinks and puts them on the table. Maiden goes to fetch them and pretends to drop a packet of powder in one glass. Okay? What does it mean to fetch?
To pick up.
To pick up? Okay, yeah. Part of fetching is picking up. What else does it mean to fetch? To fetch is to go and grab something. Okay? So, for example, if I'm sitting here and there's a glass of water on the table, I'm not going to fetch the glass of water because I'm not getting up. I'm not like walking towards it. But if the glass of water was sitting on a table far away, then I would get up, I'd fetch it, and then I'd bring it back. Okay? Fetch is to quickly get up and do something and grab something. Your mother might say to you, "Can you please fetch some eggs from the market?" All right? So that means quickly go to the market and buy some eggs and bring them home. All right? So to fetch is to go and grab something. Okay? Is that clear? Does everybody understand what it means to fetch?
Yes.
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 You even tell, like, for example, when you play catch with a dog, you tell him, "Oh, go fetch this boy." So you have a stick and you throw the stick, or you have a ball and you throw the ball, and the dog runs after the ball and he grabs it and brings it back to you. That action is called fetching, going, grabbing something, and coming back with it. All right? So the maiden
So
goes
she-
to fetch. Yeah, go ahead.
So she dropped something in the drain, or
Yeah.
tried to.
Yes. So if this was an actual act, what the girl who plays the maiden would be doing is basically drugging John. Basically, that's what she's doing. She's drugging him. So she's dropped a little bit of powder into John's glass of into John's drink. Okay. So whenever you're ready, maiden, go take it away.
Okay. This should do the trick. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Please get one of the bedrooms read for our guest. He will be staying the night.
Okay.
Yes, my lady.
Yeah. The servant exits to go clean up the bedroom. Maiden.
I like having a guest on the estate. It gets lonely when my father is away. By the way, what is your name? How did you come by this job?
So John is sipping his drink and then he answers.
This is very good, my lady. Well, my name is John. I grew up in a village with my father. As I say, I just got a job from the law of the article yesterday. I couldn't believe my luck because it's a full-time work. My father and I don't have to worry about money, and I get to meet interesting people like you, my lady.
Okay, so he bends at the waist. What's another way of saying bends at the waist? Takes a bow. All right, so he takes a bow. Perfect. Okay, go ahead, Maiden.
Oh, why? Thank you. What a gallant thing to say.
Okay, the servant enters. Sandeep, I muted you. You need to unmute yourself because there was noise from your microphone.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. So it's your line.
So, yeah. Sorry to interrupt, my lady, but I wanted to let you know that the room is ready for our guest.
Thank you. You may retire now.
Thank you, my lady.
So servant exits and has retired for the night.
My goodness, it's already after midnight. I'm tired. How about you?
Please, stay up a little bit longer. It is so rare to have someone on the stage who has seen so many interesting places. Tell me about your journey here. How was it to ride such a fine horse all the way from Ostergaard?
I didn't ride the whole way, actually. I didn't want to tire the horse, so I let him rest a bit and walked next to him. Ah,
Do you like riding the horse?
yeah, he's a dream. He didn't bark at all.
I would love to ride that horse. He sounds like such a gentle horse. Please, will you leave the horse with me so I may ride him and keep him as my own?
Oh, I don't think so. Oh, I'm sure my lord want me to return with his horse.
Oh, please, I would really like to learn to ride on such a fine horse. Your master is known for having so many fine horses. Surely he wouldn't mind if just one of them was given away when he has so many others.
Well, I don't know. The horse is not really mine to give. Oh,
John, please, just one little horse. Your master was always so good to our family. He would not mind. He would not mind it at all. Then we can both go get some rest.
I'm still not sure, but maybe?
Just think, then you could come to visit the horse lots of times. We could talk and get to know each other even better. Please.
For you, okay. You can have the horse.
Oh, this means so much to me. Thank you. I will show you to your room now. Okay, I think we lost the teacher.
Sorry, I'm just saying. So after Maiden and John has been nicely drugged. They both exit the stage. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for reading that for us. You guys did a really awesome job. All right. So guys can hear there's a phone ringing. Just give me a minute. Okay. All right. So what has happened in this part of the act? Who can summarize for me?
The maiden tried to convince John.
Yeah, the
to
maiden.
To have a ride on that horse, one of horses.
Not just have a ride, to give the horse to her completely, right?
Okay.
She's like, I give this horse to me, all right? So there's actually quite a lot of interesting vocabulary that we can cover in this section of the act. So let's do it. So there's a couple of few words that we've covered that are new. Which words do you guys not know? So the maiden has basically given him a sleep potion. Sleep potion. Everybody knows what a potion is? Does anybody have a potion?
Yeah, potion.
Yeah? What is it?
Something that you drink to give some special thing, powers.
Yeah.
Like beauty potion.
Yeah, exactly. So a potion is basically a sort of medicine, but in the olden times, they were called potions because they were thought to be magical. Okay? So she has basically given him sleep medication, and that has made him really drowsy. Drowsy. What is drowsy?
Sleepy.
Yeah, sleepy is drowsy is like, I just want to go to bed. This is drowsy, all right? So Furkan is asking, what is gallant? Gallant,
Gentleman.
brave. Like
Gentleman.
very, very brave. Gentleman and heroic. So when you say someone is gallant, then you mean they're heroic and brave. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So she's sort of flirting with him. She's like, "Oh, you're such a gallant young man. You're such a brave and heroic young man." Okay? What other words? Let's see. So let's start from the top. So John has been nicely drugged. I have been on. It gets lonely. How did you come by this job? How did you come by this job? What does that expression mean? To come by something.
How did you ended up doing that?
To find. To find.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right? Exactly. So to come by this job means how did you find this job? Okay? So she's asking him, how did you get a job with the Lord of Ostigard? Okay? And then John sips his drink. What is sipping?
Like when you sip your cup of tea?
Yeah, exactly. So there are different things that different words that you can use to describe to drink. Okay? So for example, sipping is when you take like little sips, like that's sipping. All right? What does it mean to gulp?
Plop, plop.
Yeah, gulp, gulp. Exactly. So for example, when you go to the gym and you see people on the treadmill, like they're running, and then they get off the treadmill and they put their water bottle, they're like all the way down. That is gulping. So to take in large quantities of water is to gulp. To take in small quantities of water is to sip, or any liquid, not just water, any liquid. Okay? So then he tells his little story about how he got the job. Oh, why, thank you. What a gallant thing to say. All right? So what a brave and heroic thing to say that he loves this job because he gets to meet interesting people like the lady. All right, and then he bows down to her. So she's kind of like, she's then gargling. Furkan. Okay. Well, okay, let's talk about that. What is gargle? Furkan has written a word in the Verbling chat, to gargle. Who knows what that is?
What you can do with the mouthwash, for example, something like that.
Exactly. Perfect. So what you do with mouthwash, so you put a little bit of liquid in your mouth and then you go, and then you spit it back out. So gargling is basically cleaning the mouth or the throat. You do not drink the water or the liquid. You throw it back out. That is called to gargle. Okay? Exactly. Mouthwash is what you do with mouthwash, is gargling. Okay? So the maiden's like, why, you are so brave and heroic. What a nice thing to say. And then the servant says, sorry to interrupt, my lady. What does it mean to interrupt?
Cut in.
To cut in, yeah. To bug someone. Okay, so everybody know that's a like an informal way of saying it, to bug someone. What does that mean?
To annoy someone.
Bother.
Yeah, to bother. Perfect. The best way to see it would be to bother, okay? Servant's like, oh, I'm sorry you are talking to John, and I'm sorry to cut into what you are saying, but the room for the guest is ready. And then the maiden says, thank you. You may retire now. What is she saying? To retire now.
Finish the job.
Finish the
Finish for
job?
today.
To go to sleep.
Sorry, Imad, what did you say?
He's finished for today. No more job for today.
Okay, to retire is actually to go to sleep, to go to bed. Okay, so for example, the servant comes up to you and you're like, oh, I'm done cleaning for the day. Is there anything else? And then the master says, no, you can retire now. Now, retire doesn't mean you have to go to sleep. It means you are done with your duty. So you're done working as the servant. You don't have to do anything in the kitchen anymore. You can retire to your room. So you can go to your room and then you're done working. You don't have to work anymore. People also say, do you want to tuck you in bed, handsome? That's like, no. All right. So retire. When you, for example, if you go visit somebody, like if I go visit my aunt, I might say, oh, it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to retire. In that sense, it means I'm going to go to sleep. Okay. So it's an expression that says that you are done for the day, that you are going to head to bed now. There's no more work to be done. Okay?
Is it like an informal expression? Is it like an informal expression?
It's actually a formal expression, because when you go visit someone, you don't say I'm going to sleep, right? You don't, like, that's the informal thing to say. The informal thing to say is I'm tired, I'm going to sleep, good night. Okay? The formal way to say is I think I will retire for the night. So I think I will go to bed for the night. Okay. So this is actually a formal way of saying it. You're welcome. So then the maiden says, okay, you can retire now. You're done. We don't need you anymore. Okay. Then the servant says, thank you, my lady. Good night. And then the servant leaves. And then John's like, my goodness, it's so late. And then the maiden of Nebigard is saying, stay up a bit longer. It's so rare. It's so rare to have people visit her. Okay. And then she asks John a couple of questions about his journey. And how can you tell that he is tired? What does he keep doing that tells you that he is tired?
Yawning.
Yawning. What is yawning? Yawn. Oh, I'm so sleepy. That's yawning. So that expression, that is called to yawn. So to yawn. And when somebody yawns, they're saying that you say they are yawning. Okay? Yawn. So it's a funny word because there's a Y and a W in it. So to yawn. And then there's another word over here in the same area. I didn't write the whole way. Actually, I didn't want to tire the horse. So this is to get tired, right? To get tired. When you don't want somebody else to get tired because of you, then you say to tire them. All right? So the kids have tired me out. Okay? So they have made me tired. I've been running after the kids all day. They're yelling and screaming and I have to feed them. And at the end of the day, they have tired me out. They have made me tired. So now John is saying, I don't want to tire the horse. So I don't want to sit on the horse and make him tired. Okay? And then he says, he yawns and he starts to slouch in his chair. What is slouching?
Walking in the weary.
You're not sitting properly or something? Or
Exactly. This is so. I'm right now. I'm sitting on a sofa. If I was to be slouching, this is how I would be sitting.
Okay.
So this is a slouch,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you're not sitting properly, like a lot of people who work on the computer, they slouch. So this is like this.
Okay.
Can you get in the water? Right? So this motion of sitting like this, all relaxed, this is slouching. Okay? So now you can tell that John is tired because he's yawning, he's slouching, he can't sit up straight. This lady has really drugged him. It's what I can tell. She's really done a number on him. Okay? And then did you ride the horse? He's like, he's talking. Yeah, he's like a dream. He didn't buck at all. Buck. What does that mean? To buck. This is informal. This is slang.
He don't care, or no?
This is slang for fighting. Fighting. Okay. So he did not put up a fight. So if anybody's ever ridden a horse, they would know that horses, they can get very violent. So they start being moody. They want to run away. They start galloping. Who knows what galloping is? Exactly. Can you see what Furkan is doing? So when you ride a horse, exactly. When you ride a horse and the horse is running, and the motion that the horse makes when the person sitting on the horse is jumping up and down, that is called to gallop. All right? So he's saying that the horse didn't buck at all. The horse didn't fight. He didn't gallop. He was very calm. All right? So buck is an informal way of saying to fight.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Like buck is from America, or is it also for the United Kingdom?
This is more British than American.
Okay.
Yeah, this is that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm sure in the UK it's more commonly used. In America it's not that commonly used. It's more European English. To buck. Okay. All right. You're welcome. So then she's like, oh, I'd love to ride the horse, more yawning. Your master has so many horses. So she's just trying to, get him to cave, to say, okay, fine, take my horse, all right? I'm still not sure, but maybe. So just think, over here, then you could come to visit the horse lots of times. We could talk and get to know each other better. Please, pleading. What does this mean, to plead?
To ask in a way like please.
Okay. Plead, yeah, exactly. Pleading is just short of begging. So begging would be, oh, please give me your horse and I will do anything for your horse. Give it to me. This is begging, all right? She's not begging. She's almost begging. So she's like, oh, please give me your horse. I would really, really like it. I've never been on such a nice horse before. She's just about to beg. She's about to go like, please give it to me. All right? So pleading is like a less intense version of begging. Right? So guys beg, girls plead.
I think you should play a role next time.
I want you guys to understand what these words mean, alright? So begging is like an intense version. Pleading is just like, oh, please, can we do it? It'd be really nice. To try to encourage or try to persuade someone. So when you want to encourage or you want to change someone's mind, you plead to them. Okay? So she's pleading to him. She's like, please give me your horse. I'd love to have your horse. Just say yes. Okay? And then John says, okay, maybe for you, yes, more yawning. And then she's like, oh, thank you so much. This means so much to me. I'll show you to your room. So she has gotten her way. Does everybody know that expression? Gotten her way.
Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
Yeah, she managed to do what she wanted.
Exactly. So when you manage to do what you wanted from the other person, then you say that you have gotten your way. All right? So she wanted the horse and John was reluctant. Reluctant. What is reluctant? Who can tell me what that means?
Not willingly.
Yeah, not willing. Okay? So this is the maiden. She's like, John, please give me your horse. And John is like, that horse doesn't belong to me. It belongs to my lord. I don't want to give my horse to you. I'm sorry. This is being reluctant. This is saying that you don't want to do something that somebody is trying to get you to do. So I am reluctant to give you my horse. I'm reluctant because the horse doesn't belong to me. My boss has trusted me with the horse. Okay, so John was very reluctant, but the maiden, because she drugged him, she got her way with him. So she's like, oh, I wanted the horse and I got it, even though John did not want to give it to her in the first place. Okay? Does everybody understand? Any more words that are unclear before we move on?
Mm,
No? Yeah.
well, yeah, pace.
Pace? Pace. Okay. Where is that word? Pace.
I think it's just before the Act 4, just before the beginning.
Okay.
After,
The Lord
over
of
there.
Ostgard.
Okay. All right. To pace. So I can't find the word, but is this it? To pace? To pace means to walk back and forth in anticipation for something. All right.
Okay.
So, for example, if I'm waiting for a very important phone call, like if there's a phone call and it's going to be, oh, whether you got the job or not, I'm going to be impatient, right? I'm going to be like, oh my God, did I get the job? And then people start walking back and forth, right? They walk left, right, left, right, left, right. They're not going anywhere. They're just walking because they're anxious. So that walking is called to pace. So pacing.
Okay.
All right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Perfect. All right. So let's see. We are at Act 4. So we have John, and John is, for some reason, talking to a lot of nature. All right. Guy is really, really drugged. Okay. All right. So John, tree, rock. Let's see. Ahmed, you are new. Can I get you to be John?
Okay.
Okay. So Ahmed's going to be John. David, can I get you to be the tree? Yes, David?
Yes.
Yeah, David is going to be the tree. Ahmad, you are going to be the rock.
Okay.
The rock. Can
Yeah,
you
Mr.
smell what the rock is cooking? All right, and then we have a questioner. Let's see. Norbert, can I get you to play the questioner?
Yes.
Okay, Norbert is the questioner. And then we have a few. Oh, I think everybody can get a role in this act. And then we have guest 1 and guest 2. So Osvaldo, you are guest 1.
Yes.
All right. And Pedro, you are guest 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we have guest 1, guest 2, and then we have 2 lords. Furkan, because you played a maiden, now I will get you to play a lord. You are Lord of Nebigard. Okay? Furkan is Lord of Nebigard, and Tan, you are Lord of Ostigard.
Yes.
Okay? I hope everybody has a role? Okay, perfect. So we have John, tree, rock, questioner, guest 1, guest 2, Lord of Nebigard, Lord of Ostigard. And then I think that is the end of our act. Okay. So we are at the end of Act 3. The stage is set again with the estate of Ostigard on one side. Chairs are set up for the guest. Lord of Ostigard is pacing back and forth. So he's walking back and forth. Right? Act 4. Tree and rock enter from the opposite side. John enters with his head down. Okay? All right. So go ahead. Take it away, John.
I can't believe I gave away my master's horse to that beautiful maiden last night. I was so tired. I didn't know what I was doing. What am I going to tell my master? I know. I will tell him bandits stole the horse. I will say I am lucky to be alive.
John, you know you can't lie to your new master.
I suppose you are right. I've never yet told a lie. Wait a minute. Did you talk?
Sure he did, but that doesn't mean he's worth to listen to. John, don't be stupid. Yeah, listen to. Yeah. John, don't be stupid. Who would know if you lied? Besides, what would your father think if you got fired?
He would be so disappointed. Wait a minute. Did you talk to?
John, don't listen to that hard-headed rock.
Hard-headed rock.
Hard-headed rock. You know very well the Lord of Ostergaard hired you because you were honest. How can you lie to him?
You are right.
What does a tree know? Just say the horse enough.
Be brave and tell the truth.
Don't be fool. Keep your job and make something up.
Oh, I'm going out of my mind. What should I do? What should I do?
So John exits, and the tree and the rock move as well. So the questioner enters, and the questioner is talking to the audience right now. Go ahead.
What
Questioner.
would you do? Would you listen to the tree or the rock?
Okay, and then the questioner exits. Guest one gets up and looks off stage.
Ah, here he comes, your loyal servant now.
Is he riding the horse? Is the horse anywhere to be seen?
Well, it looks like he has only the saddle and bridle in his hands.
Bridle.
Bridle.
I knew it.
What do you think now, my friends? What do you think of your honest lad?
I can't believe he would give away my horse. Was I wrong about him?
John enters slowly, holding the reins and bridle. His head is bowed.
John, where's my fine horse?
John shuffles his feet, looks around, and sighs. So he goes like, John.
The lady's arm was soft and round. Her manner sweet, her cup I donned. My senses took a different course, and thus I lost my master's horse.
Excellent, John. I'm so proud of you.
What? I don't understand. I lost your horse. Why aren't you mad at me?
John, you told me the truth. What do you think of that? Was it right or was I right?
Sorry, I'm just gonna say this question would be asked like, was I right or was I right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't have believed it.
A fine lad, John. I would like to offer a home to your father and on my estate.
Wow, that's amazing. He would love that, and so would I.
Ostergaard, it appears that I was wrong about John. He is as honest and loyal as you said. You won the wager.
Let's just call it even and let John and your daughter spend more time together. What do you think of that?
Sounds like an excellent idea. Young men like him are hard to find.
The two lords shake hands and laugh. Perfect. You guys are awesome. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. So what did you think of the play? So somebody in the earlier class said that what's going to happen is that they're going to fall in love with each other. So John and the Maiden are going to be like, I swooned for you and I swooned for you too and I love you. But I'm actually happy that didn't happen. Okay, so was John honest? Was John an honest lad? He was, he was an honest lad. He gave the horse away, but can you guys blame him for giving the horse away?
No.
No,
No? Why not?
because he was done.
He was drugged. He was drugged. Yeah. So when you trick someone by using drugs, you say that that person was drugged. So John was drugged and he was not in his senses. He was not in his senses when he did what he did. All right. So the Maiden took advantage of his honesty and she drugged him and then she took the horse from him. Okay. And now the horse is like, I can't believe I gave my horse away. What will I tell my master? So he says he'll lie. I'll tell him bandits stole the horse. What are bandits? Bandits.
Thieves or
Thieves. Yeah. Thieves, bandits are like pirates. So they do not have a permanent home. All right. So bandits travel from place to place, stealing people's like money and jewelry and belongings. And then they move on to the next place. All right. So bandits are like traveling thieves. Okay. They do not have a home of their own. So he's saying, I'll tell him that Bandit stole the horse. So can someone tell me what the tree and the rock, what do they represent?
Angel and have you?
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but it does, right? So, I mean, it's not really a religious or a biblical concept, but it's everybody has a good side and a bad side, right? So, for John, the tree is this good side. The tree is like, you don't want to lie. You don't want to lie to your boss. But the rock is his bad side. The rock is like, wait, you want to lose your job over something so petty? Don't. You should just lie and get away with it. So he's conflicted. Okay, what does conflicted mean?
Don't know what to do.
Yeah, conflicted, confused. All right, he's like exactly what we're gonna say. What should I do? Should I listen to the horse or should I listen to the rock? All right, so that is conflicted. So he is conflicted. He's like, I don't know who I should listen to. All right, and then the questioner. The questioner is the sound of reason. Sound of reason. That's an expression. What is the sound of reason? Okay. The questioner is, in this case, is the person who has told John, focus on what is important. Do not worry about right or wrong. Focus on your morals. Focus on what you believe in. Okay. So the questioner was the sound of reason. He brought reasoning to John. All right. And then John, he's like, okay, what does he decide to do? He decides to lie or be honest.
To listen to the tree. Yeah.
Yeah, he decides to listen to the tree. He tries to listen to his conscience. Okay, yeah, there we go. Norbert, conscience. So he decides to listen to his conscience. Okay, and then he comes back to this state, and the Lord of Nebigard, he's all up on his high horse, like, ha, 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 your servant has failed. He has lied, and he has gotten rid of the horse. And then the Lord of Ostigard is like, sternly. Sternly means firmly. Like, he didn't go like, John, where's my horse? He went like, John, where's my horse? What did you do with it? Okay. So when you are like a little more emotion, a little more anger, that's stern, to be stern. Okay? People describe their fathers as stern. All right? My father is very stern. Like, your father will not say, oh, bring the car back at 10 if you want. Your father will like, no, you have to be back home at 10 o'clock. Okay? So he's stern. So he's like, fool, where is my horse? Exactly, in a way he's saying that. And then John makes a pretty quite little poem. The lady's arm was soft and round, her manner sweet, her cup I downed. So he's talking about the drink that she gave him. He downed it. To finish a drink is to down it. Okay? So he's like, I finished the drink that she gave me. I downed it. Okay? My senses took a different course. So I was out of my senses. I don't know what I was thinking. And thus, I lost my master's horse. Okay? The master is so impressed with John's honesty that he offers him and his father a home on his estate. And John accepts. And then the Lord of Nebigard and the Lord of Ostigard, they play matchmakers. Why am I saying that they play matchmakers? What did they do?
Maybe they're trying to arrange a marriage.
Yeah. Maybe eventually they'd get married, but matchmakers are people who try to match two people up. So like, oh, this guy and this girl are perfect for each other. Let me arrange a date for them. So they match them up. That's called matchmaking. All right. So for example, when your friend says, dude, there's this girl, you should totally go out with her. He is trying to be a matchmaker. He's trying to set you up with a girl. Okay? What did you guys think of the play? Did you like it? Did you not? Was it interesting? Input.
It's nice.
It was nice? And then David's like, and then they will get married and have lots of children. The end. The end of all stories. Okay? The end of every love story. They get married and they have lots of babies together. Okay? So I'm actually going to end broadcast because this is the end of the class. Thank you so much. You guys did a splendid job. I mean, I am really, really impressed. I want to thank you all, Furkan, Iman, David, Ahmed, Norbert, Oswaldo, Pedro, Tan, and Alpha Pilot, who just very recently joined us. So welcome. thank you guys so much. I had a lot of fun. You guys were so fun to teach this class to. If there's still any other questions, any other words that you didn't understand, you're more than welcome to ask me. For all the students who are new, definitely check out my Facebook and you can leave me comments or ask me questions over there and make suggestions, all right? So I'd love to hear suggestions from you guys about what kind of classes you'd like me to schedule. And part of the reason is I always schedule the classes that students ask me for. So I'm gonna post my Facebook here. Thanks everyone. It was really fun. I'm gonna be back in a couple of hours with the 2 more classes. So I hope to see you all then. Okay?
Okay,
Bye,
thank you, Hina.
everyone.
Great
Okay,
class.
have a great day. Thanks so much.
See ya.